Hi, my name's Ngozi, and you're welcome to the second episode of the Zibby Show. It's absolutely wonderful to have you here. I'll start off by saying a huge thank you to everyone who tuned into the very first episode last week, 15th of December. It was absolutely amazing, and I was honored to actually have you all listen to me. And to everyone who, even if you didn't join in live, if you downloaded it or listened on YouTube, Spreaker, or SoundCloud for shared, I'm really honored. Thank you very much. And it's really overwhelming that you chose to start this journey with me, and I'm really grateful, and I know we'll grow together, and thank you very much. This show is going to be a bit different from last week. Over the past last week from, the debut, I've had a lot of incredible feedback, but there are some loose ends that I feel need to be tied because I got a lot of questions. People are asking me, we don't know you, tell us more about you, or what does this show try to do? What's its aim? How can we benefit from it? What can we do? And I realized, it'll be a good idea to take out an episode, talk about everything in detail so everyone has a clear picture. And, just in case the need arises, I can always refer back to the episode. So, let's go. Welcome back. Basically, I believe everyone has a story. It might not be a particularly happy story or a sad story. It might not exactly be funny, but then again, it might be funny. But at the end of the day, one thing we're sure of is every story has a lesson. And every lesson teaches, it inspires, and it motivates. I believe a lot of us have got interesting stories that if we say out to the world, there could be like a lot of people who would be inspired and want to do better, want to do what you've done, even express their gratitude, something, So I believe that's why the show is here, to motivate and inspire. I believe a lot of the causes of the strife we face right now on Earth is because people do not love and respect each other. If everyone can if everyone can learn to love and respect each other, it'll be amazing, because then you have value for human life. You care about what your neighbor thinks, because before you act, you'd be like, if this was done to me, how would I feel? And when we can get that part of everyone, that if we can reach out into people and get the positive, I promise the world will be a better place. And there are a lot of people that don't have, proper role models or mentors in their lives. I believe any of the guests, any of the viewers, anyone can mentor and inspire anyone out there. So if with the show, if through the aid of the show, I can just help one person see life differently and choose a positive direction, I think I'm going to be a fulfilled person, because there's nothing as interesting or as rewarding as knowing that you've done a good deed for your fellow man. And if you do a good deed for your fellow man, I promise you God sees that and you get your reward. It's basic karma. Okay, so basically all we want to do is inspire and motivate people to go out there, better themselves, their families, their communities, which in turn will make the society and the world a better place for you and I. I understand that might sound like the Michael Jackson fan I am, but you know what? I've learned a lot from Michael Jackson, and one of them is to love unconditionally. So I really hope this can, help us look at life from a different perspective. Also, I've noticed that, when you grow up in a certain circle, more likely than not, you mostly have the same views. It's a good idea to actually get out of your comfort zone and listen to what someone way outside your circle thinks. See how he or she sees life. Put yourself in their shoe. You'd be amazed at how clear life becomes at that point. I believe it's a good idea for all of us to get together, exchange our views. We come from different walks of life, different countries, different ways of life, everything. If everyone can exchange ideas and that teaches us more and breaks down those barriers of ignorance, I think we're on the right path. So basically all we want to do is inspire and motivate, celebrate positive achievements of people who have done amazing things, as well as network. That's important as well. I'm really grateful for all the feedback I've gotten, and I hope this has, served to explain a bit more about my cause. I was speaking to a friend shortly before the first episode launched, and he said, So what do you hope to achieve? You can't change the world. People have tried and they failed. And I was hurt. But mostly I felt pity for him, because I said to him, if you're a young person, you're educated, and you sound like this, it seems like you've lost hope. And when you've lost hope, there's no dreams. There's nothing. Once you lose hope, you lose everything. You sound defeated and you sound broken. And frankly, I'm disappointed. We can make a change. There is no special wand that one person can wave in one day and fix all the world's problems. But the fact is, do a little each day. Growing up, in music class, there was this phrase we learned, poco a poco. It means little by little. Start by changing yourself. Change your mindset. Start looking at the beauty in life. Express it to your family, your neighbors, your community, your society. If we get more and more people to start doing this, I promise you'll see a difference. When you start working on yourself and you learn to appreciate the beauty of life and everything around you and be thankful and have a happy heart, people around you would notice and say, oh, what's with that person? He or she's changed. That's just it. You need to see the beauty, see the positivity, and believe that you can dream and you can achieve. Everything comes from a little journey. Growing up, I can remember these big lorries that had these stories or phrases, written on them. And one was, Rome was not built in a day, but it was at one point the largest empire, and it basically ruled the world. So if, something that big could be done, there is no limit to what you can achieve. If you dream and you pursue your dream with hard work, there are no limits. So I did feel a bit sorry for him, and I told him I did feel sorry for him that he was reasoning that way. I know he's probably listening, so oh well. Okay. So, the feedback has been amazing. I've had tweets from people I don't even know, people I haven't met. I've had a few emails. I've got loads of Facebook messages, personally to my profile and then to, the Zibby Show page. It's been very, very good. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be rich or famous. You just need to have, done something that we can say, you know what, I've served humanity. I would love to hear from you. So, the different ways to hear from us. You can go on the show's website. Once again, it's www.thezibbyshow.webs.com. Or you can check the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/The Zibby Show. And you could get us on Twitter as well. It's @Zibby Show. Or, hey, send an email, regular old email. It's zibbyshow@gmail.com. And, if you know anyone around you who you feel deserves to have a chance to say whatever it is they've done or what they want to do to help, please get in touch with us. We'd really, really appreciate that. Let's talk about my week. My week was amazing. It was wonderful. I had a great time. I met so many wonderful people online, who had listened. I felt fulfilled. I was happy. Really happy. It was a great week. The feedback has been positive. A few changes, few things need to be done, but we'll get there. Thing is, it's very hard to understand what actually goes on behind the scenes. An hour before the show was aired, I was running around like a headless chicken. Okay, it was on a Sunday, and we had a Thanksgiving party sort of at church and lunch/early dinner. So I was in church till 6 p.m. The show needed to be on 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Yes. I got home about 15 minutes to 7 p.m. and I dropped my bags, got on my computer, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And at that point, it seemed like everything that could go wrong went wrong. I was like, oh my days. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? I was so panicked. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm worried at that time. But I still had to send the Facebook messages saying everything's fine. Just get ready for the show and tweets and everything. I was just like, whoa. But you know what? I think I was so nervous and so tense. I actually got myself in that state because at the end of the day, everything turned out beautifully. And, it's been wonderful because I've spoken to people I never thought I would have a chance to speak to in life. It's amazing how, wow, it's an amazing feeling. It's awesome. It's really awesome. I had a great week. But then Friday was not so great. So I was on a high. I was having a great time up until Friday. Friday was not a great day for me. I woke up early. I was going to leave and do everything, make sure I got to the bank early so I could get out and get everything else done. It took me an hour to get to the bank, and you wouldn't believe this. The bank is about, maybe ideally it should be about 10 minutes from my house. It took me an hour to get there because of the crazy traffic. I got into the bank, and it was like there was a party in there. It was packed, and the queues were like massive, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, they haven't got enough money. And I'm thinking to myself, it's Friday. It's 9 a.m. on a Friday. It's the last weekend before Christmas. I think you should be prepared enough to know that a lot of people need money. And annoying part is it's not a one-off. It's been happening for the past 1 month. I was really upset about it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I cannot stand this queue. I've got loads to do. I'll get to other banks. So got back in the traffic, got to other banks. One bank, cash machine was out of service. The other one, the queue was crazy. So I'm like, drat. So I'm going back to my bank. So I went back to my bank, very long queue, and I just waited. Got to my turn. I couldn't get the amount I wanted because, well, there wasn't enough money, as usual. At that point, I was really upset because I was missing an appointment. I had things to do, and I was already about almost 2 hours or a little over 2 hours behind schedule. So it was really annoying, but I was almost in tears. I was trying not to cry because, I'm a very organized person. I make notes and I've got a diary. I plan everything I'm going to do the week in advance, and each day I go to it, modify as required. So the thing is, in Nigeria, unfortunately, it's difficult to plan because you just never know what comes up. You just never know what comes up. So it was very frustrating for me. And a lovely girl I know, EBNA, she sent me a really nice message and I felt better. 2 extra hours in traffic and I'm back home. And I'm like, today was not a good day. But while I was leaving the house, I got an email from a guest who wants to be on the show. So that was a high for me. So I was happy about that. I'm not going to tell you his name now, but, let's just give him like a few weeks and he'll be on the show. So I was on a high from that. And then just like going was like, ooh, a whole crash. I felt really bad. But right back home, I'm like, you know what? There's not much I can do. I can choose to be angry, but then I'm only hurting myself. So just get over it, really. So I got back to my high mood of, having that special guest, wanting to be on the show. So that was a really good part of Friday. And then I got home and then I realized, there's a carnival in Port Harcourt and, loads of places are blocked. Now, Port Harcourt traffic is crazy on a regular day, but with the carnival, it was probably 10 times as bad. So someone's like, are you going? I'm like, heck no. I'll just stay here. That's the good thing about technology. People, who are around those venues, they'll get pictures and videos. So just in case you're at the carnival and you've got any pictures and videos you'd like everyone else to see, please get in touch with us. You can send us an email at Zibby Show. Send us a tweet at Zibby Show or email us zibbyshow@gmail.com. Get in touch on Facebook or the website and would love to use your pictures and videos. Yes. So, Christmas shopping Saturday after the break. Come on to Zibby's Lounge. Come on to Zibby's Lounge. Come on to Zibby's Lounge. So, welcome back. And I'll talk about my Christmas shopping on Saturday. Saturday morning, I decided to go to the market really early in the day, food shopping. And funny thing is, everything was about 2 to 3 times the value or the retail price of what I had paid a few weeks ago. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was a bit annoying. And I'd be like, what? How did the price get so expensive? And everyone's like, it's Christmas, it's Christmas. Now to my friends in Nigeria, are you not amazed that when it's Christmas, everything gets double the value, triple the value in some cases? I think in a society where people genuinely love and care for each other, Christmas is a time of loving and sharing and family, and everyone deserves to be with their families and happy. Even if they haven't got a lot of money, but I think people should be able to just be happy. And that's why you find that in regular societies, you've got loads of discounts and deals and, opportunities to get stuff cheaper than you normally would get them at other times. In fact, people buy stuff during Christmas and stock up all through the year, for use over the next year. I do that. A lot of people I know do it because I'm a bargain hunter. So I definitely do that. But in Nigeria, it's the other way around. And I find it weird. Like, I don't know, but I would feel guilty if I sold something to someone, 5 seconds ago and it was 1,000 naira. And then the person is back and all of a sudden, guess what? It's 2,500. Like, I would feel like, okay, that's not wrong. But it comes back to the society where everyone is just trying to grab and take advantage of each other. It's really unfair. I mean, I can understand sometimes if they're high prices, maybe you live in Port Harcourt and then you're getting yams and the yams have to be transported from maybe Benue or, the middle belt back, down here. Yeah, I can understand if they're slightly more expensive. But I mean, when you're going to your farm, which is right behind your house, and you're cutting the leaf and you're walking to the market, which is 5 minutes away, and then you're selling it, it should be about maybe 100 naira, and then you're selling it for 250. And I say that's expensive. I go, oh, fuel don't increase. Like, are you being serious? Auntie, you're not using any fuel. You're walking. And that is wrong. Yes, I feel like the government really needs to sort of have regulatory bodies ensure that things don't get like it, because it seems to me like a group of people in the market can just wake up and say, you know what, we used to sell a cup of pepper, maybe 100 naira. Today, we'll sell it 200. And then you go to 5 shops, like, oh, it's 200. Oh, it's expensive in the market to where we bought it from. And guess what? Everyone starts buying it for 200 because they need it. And I feel like the government needs to set up regulatory bodies to ensure that people are not being ripped off. Because at the end of the day, it takes a lot to actually leave your house in the morning and go stand in the hot sun to sell. But then again, we understand that. But there are other people who are probably making less than you have that actually cannot even afford to do what you're doing or can't even afford to buy at that price. So I think there should be some sort of regulation to ensure that citizens are not being cheated by paying extravagant prices. I mean, it's not like these things are imported anyways, Like, I love udara. It's a popular fruit. It's called cherry, I think, star fruit. I love it. But I'm not even kidding. Udaras are now 2 for 100 naira. And it's ridiculous because I remember in my auntie's house in the village, she had an udara tree. And she would, just pick them up in the morning and bring them to us in big bowls, So buying it for 2 for 100 naira, it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll wait till next season before I buy them. So sometimes we just talk about the government, but I feel like the citizens actually have a role to play as well. Because sometimes you wonder, okay, who's to blame here? I mean, Sunday when I was coming back from church, I was in a cab. It was in Port Harcourt. It was on a major road right opposite Camp, FGC. And this bus driver and his conductor are in front of us. And then the conductor starts throwing things out of the car. And he's throwing things out that probably like all the dirt that's been accumulated from all the rides he's done that day. I'm not even kidding. It was like 3 or 4 paper bags of rubbish and numerous, wrappers and stuff. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, how can you do this? Are you human? Like, what normal person would dump things on a major road? That's not the government's fault. It's an indisciplined individual. What about those people that, after drinking the pure water, they chuck it in the gutters? Where is it going to decompose to? It's not decomposing. It's going to clog up the drains. And guess what? There's nowhere for the water to go. And the water starts building up on the road. Puddles come and the roads get bad. It's a whole circle of corruption. And I really think, when we do our little part, when you eat something, please don't chuck it on the road. Take it home with you and chuck it in your bin. I do that. I have never thrown anything out of a moving car in my life because I feel like I'll be arrested. So it's Christmas in the air. Does anyone feel Christmas? It's weird, but I don't feel Christmas. Like, I don't really feel it right now, which is weird because I'm always very, Christmas. But I'm not feeling it right now. But I think I know what I want for Christmas, though. What do you want for Christmas? Okay, we went out to hear what some people wanted for Christmas. This should be interesting. So, here are some of the responses.
Hi, I'm Ibiene. I'm from Ogun State.
Dear Santa,
I've been good all year,
all I want for Christmas is literally that same handbag that Nneka has. I love it. I think she said it was Gucci, but I'm really not sure. But you know, anything Abba made that does look Gucci, I will take. I really hope that Zibby gets this message across to you, because I really want that.
Wow, I can see a lot of people want really interesting things. I mean, Christina wants a job or a pair of shoes. Wow, I can see how serious they both are. Let's hope Santa delivers. Anyways, I've decided I'm getting myself a keyboard for Christmas. Yes, I've recently been teaching myself to play the piano. So far, I can only play Joy to the World, We Praise Thee, O God, and God Give Us Christian Homes. But it's a good start, so yes, I'm getting there. And I actually taught myself to play the guitar in 2009. I like to try new things, basically. It's my way of showing that I have no barriers. I can do anything I want to do. I can be whoever I want to be. So I keep learning skills. I don't know if I'm ever going to do any sort of serious playing. Probably not. But just knowing that I, taught myself, or I can do it, or I picked it up myself, or, it's just a good feeling, really. So that's my Christmas present for me, sorted. It's been a great day. I've enjoyed chatting with you all. And please let me hear from you. Twitter, Facebook, emails, whatever channel. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great weekend. Oh, wait, the weekend is over. Right. Okay. Have a great week and have a Merry Christmas. And I wish you all the best. Don't forget, take care of yourselves, each other, and spread the love. Bye.